scoreless after 20 minutes and you're getting the chances you're getting from where you're getting them, it sounded like the message is just keep doing that.
Yeah, it was one of those feelings where you're like, uh-oh, is this going to be one of those nights where you're, doing a lot of good things and the goalie's just doing his part on the other end of it. But, you just got to keep going and keep getting pucks in the net and getting inside and managing the game. And, what can happen sometimes when you are having some success offensively, you abandon what you're supposed to do defensively because you're getting a little bit of a mindset of we're going to spend some time in the O zone. So, we touched on that and needed to make sure that we were responsible regardless of what zone we were in. And I thought for the most part we did that, and then obviously after we made it 4-0, I thought we got a little bit away from that.
Having witnessed it, I guess now on either side of the break, we all have seen what Panarin is capable of doing. How is your group different when he's in versus he's out?
A lot. You get a guy of that magnitude, and I said this, the game that he said. I mean, in essence, you lose 3 players when you lose a guy like that because his 2 line mates certainly aren't the players that they are when he's in the lineup. So, him and Mika have that ability, when they're not in our lineup, but when they are in the lineup, they make their 2 line mates that much better. So it's nice to have him back.
Mika with 3 points tonight. I think that's 200 in his Ranger career. You've been with him for 2 years now. I mean, what can you say about the overall impact that he has?
Yeah, I can't say enough great things about him, not only what you see on the ice, but you see away from the rink. I mean, he's everything you want in a player. He's coachable. He's a great teammate. He plays 200 feet. I mean, there's really, I could go on for a long time about him, and we're lucky to have him.
The first goal where he sets up Booch, how much did Booch need that? I know he scored in the last game, but that seemed like kind of a big moment for him. And then the whole line seemed to really get a boost after that.
Yeah, I thought they had a good night. I thought Bucci did a really good job, beating his man up the ice. He just got to the net, and I thought Bucci had a good night tonight. And I thought that line was really good, and it wasn't just all about Mika. I thought Kreids and Bucci had a good night as well. But obviously Mika has that, and we've seen that play before by Mika where he can throw a little bit of deception on his initial rush and make that backdoor pass.
You made a point of sticking with Booch on that line. You had Capo up there for a little bit in the last game, but you've talked about you need Booch. He's a big piece of the puzzle. Why was it important for you to stick with him?
Because he's a good player and we believe in him, and he's been battling the flu for a while. So it's, I know people don't want to hear that, but it's the reality of the situation. And, he's a guy that, is a 20-goal scorer in this league, and he's got a little bit of chemistry with Mika, and he's earned this opportunity.
The Shea D pair didn't last through the whole game. Just what did you see there, and why did you decide to change it up?
Because they were on for 2 goals. So I thought it was time to go back to the original pairings. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go back to what we saw tonight, but just Brady and Foxy were on for both of their goals, so I want to change it up and get the original pairings back together.
And Howden went up too, so you ended the game the way you ended the last game, or almost, right?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
So what was behind that?
I thought, Lemieux obviously had been hurt for a while, and then we had the 9-day break. He was a little gassed as the period was going on in the first, and I don't know if he's quite ready for all those minutes that he probably was going to play. And, Howden's had a good stretch, so, really it was more, and I said this to Howard just before the game. I said, listen, we didn't love your game against the Islanders, and, you go back to doing what you were doing, you'll have an opportunity to get back up. So it was a little bit of a combination for Lemieux, who's still working his way back, and Howard playing better.
Go ahead, Tom. Just go ahead. Your impression of Shesterkin in his 4th game for victory?
Yeah, made some big saves, early on. I don't know if anybody remembers it because that can happen. In the 3-minute mark of the first period, he makes a great save after we had kind of had some zone time. And, he made saves that he needed to.
David, he was sniffing it there with the empty net at the end. It might not happen this year, but do you have any doubt in your mind that he's going to get one eventually?
I'd be surprised if he doesn't get one. He does have that ability. He's one of those goalies that can, he's got poise, and he's got the ability physically to get that puck down the ice.